Jim Richards, legend, 4-time Touring Car Championship winner and 7-time Bathurst 1000 winner. And behind us here we have your championship winning Skyline. It's pretty exciting to be here today.
Oh, it certainly is. I mean, this colour scheme on both the cars looks fantastic, and the fact that they're doing the Altima with the same as the 1990 winner, I think it's brilliant. I always liked this colour scheme better than the ones that came later, so it looks really great to me.
Jimmy Richards goes through, has opened a break of about 10 car lengths.
The car itself, tell us a little bit about it. Obviously the handling characteristics, you say that had a little bit less horsepower, but it obviously handled quite well.
No, it certainly did. It was my favourite car actually of all the ones I've driven, even the GTRs. But the car was about 450 horsepower, and its weight was good. It was about 1,100 kilos.
Looking for the checkered flag. Last corner comes up, and he's done it. He's broken the boards here. A stranglehold. Richards takes it and wins it.
So winning on the tracks like Amaru Park and Winton sort of showcased how well the car handling was.
No, it certainly did, and the fact that the races were quite long. I think at Amaru, our first race was around 70 laps, and so over that period of time, you would get quite a lot of tyre degradation.
Yeah.
And the Sierras with more torque and horsepower would damage their tyres more than the Nissan, and that's what we were going to take advantage of throughout the season.
Now going into the, I guess the last few rounds of the championship, it's you guys had an ace up your sleeve, which was the GTR, and what was known to be one of the closest fighting championships going around, where 5 cars went into that last round of the championship. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, that was right. The GTR joined the championship with 3 races to go, and then Oran Park, the final round, the car had the 6-speed gearbox in it. It was going fantastic, and we got pole and won the race quite easily, so it was terrific. But yeah, no, it was one of those things where I probably should have been nervous, because there was, one little pickup, and one of the other 4 drivers could have won it, so it was good.
This ad wins the 1990 Australia Touring Car Championship. Congratulations, Jimmy Richards.
This particular car was built for me brand new, the beginning of 1990, at the same time as I was building the GTRs. So it was a fantastic thing for me, because it was a new car. It was going into the 1990 championship, knowing that sometime in that year we wouldn't be running the HR31, we'd be running GTR. So it was hard to anticipate when we would do that, because the car wasn't ready, and then when it was ready we had a few setbacks. But no, great days. I mean, the fact that Nissan actually put so much into their motorsport then, and I suppose in a way, eventually when they were just coming to the stage where they were dominating, which they deserved to do, they were cut short and weren't allowed to run.
Tell us a little bit about Bathurst in 1990.
We had high expectations, you might say, because of the Touring Car Championship, but also the car probably had never run that distance without checking it out and making sure everything was okay. But no, we had I think a failure in the front diff, I'm pretty sure it was. But that was only through lack of experience in running the car for a long distance.
1990 was such a fantastic year for Nissan and yourself, obviously winning the championship and maybe a little bit of an upset at Bathurst, but heading into the Grand Prix, tell us a little bit about Mark. Obviously had a big crash with the GTR. Tell us about that.
No, well, that was basically a brand new car at that stage, and it was its first run, basically. And as we went out of the pits for practice, I went out first, and I'd done probably about a half a lap, and then Fred Gibson came on the radio and said, "Listen, Mark's had a crash." I said, "Oh God, it only just started, it was on the first lap down there." And he said to me, "Oh, can you actually just have a look when you come round next time to see how much the car is damaged?" And just to go back a fraction, when I first joined Nissan Motorsport, the mechanics had this crazy idea that if you flat spotted a tyre or actually got a dent on your car, you had to give them a slab of beer. So as I was driving around the Adelaide track, Fred said to me, "Oh, just check how many slabs Scapey owes the boys." And I said, "Yeah, no problem." So I drove around and came to where the accident was. And I drove past, and Fred said, "How many slabs is it?" And as I drove past, I said, "Fredo, it's a small bottle shop."
Obviously you own this car, so it's quite a special championship win for yourself to grab hold of this car and keep it. And you actually used it earlier in the year, won at the Grand Prix with it, and then do various historical racing. And you love to obviously get behind the wheel of it.
I do, and this car especially, because it's such a great car to drive. It's got not a lot of power below 4,500 revs. In fact, it's hardly got any power. But the minute it hits 4,500 revs, it's got 450. And so it's difficult to drive, but real fun. And I've always wanted to own one or a couple of the cars that I won championships in. And obviously in the day, you didn't want them. But of course, when you reflect as you get older, you think, gee, that'd be good to own one of those cars. So when it came up, I grabbed it because it was has fantastic memories for me.
And tell us a little bit about what you think Nissan have done here. Obviously 25 years since you won the championship, Nissan's very first touring car championship win. Obviously it's quite special. I know for myself, very proud to carry these colours, and hopefully we can do a good job. But what do you think?
I think it looks fantastic. I think it looks really good, and I think that the fans at Bathurst will absolutely love it, because they'll remember what the colour scheme was like, and it just suits the car down to the ground.
Well, thanks Jim, thanks for the trip down memory lane, and hopefully we can do you a bit of justice and get a great result.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Hope you go well.